Hello guys, so today I'm going to be talking about my favorite top 5 sad books. So without further ado, let's just get started into the video. Okay, so the first sad book that we have here is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. Now this is a tiny book, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels like a very large story, like a very, you just get attached to the characters so much, and the story is so beautiful, unlike anything I have ever read. There's actually a movie, and the movie is so good, it's so attached to the book, so alike, and I just love it so much. So if you want to cry, if you want to sob like a baby, read this book. This book is about this 12-year-old kid whose mom has cancer, and he's trying to deal with it. He's also dealing with bullying, but then one day a monster comes into his house and he tells him 3 stories each night. And he tells him that on the 4th night, the kid is going to tell him a story. And it's just a very strange story about family, about emotions. And this monster is such an interesting character in the book. He's just so mythical. He's just so, I don't know, it's like kind of like scary, but also you get attached to the monster. And I don't know, it's just a freaking masterpiece. So if you want to sob, read this book. The next sad book that I have here is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. This book is a love story. It's about this girl, Louisa Clark, who starts working for this man, Will Trainer, who has a disability. He cannot move anything from his neck down. So he's paralyzed. And he's in a wheelchair. So she starts working for him. She starts like bathing him, and she starts like helping him with the food, with his clothes, everything. She just like she's like his assistant, and she starts falling in love with him, but he's not precisely a very cheerful person right now because he's not happy with his life. So she tries to cheer him up, to be his friend. It's just so beautiful, and it's so sad, and it makes you appreciate life, and it makes you think so much of like how fragile life really is. So I really love this book for that. Okay, book number 3 would be The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. This is a historical YA fiction book. It's just so good. It's about this girl, Liesel Meminger, who comes into this house in Germany. So she's adopted by this new family, and she kind of like starts settling in this new family, in this new environment. She makes a best friend, and you know, things start getting interesting when the family she lives with takes in a Jewish boy into the basement. So they hide the man in the basement, and she cannot tell anyone, and she starts getting attached to this Jewish boy, Max. But she also starts getting attached to her best friend, and it's so powerful, this story, because she loves to read, and her father is the one who starts teaching her how to read, and she falls in love with reading so much that she starts collecting books that are supposed to be burned, and it's so good. I'm not sure if I'm making a very good job at explaining it. But just trust me when I tell you that this book is so powerful. It makes you appreciate books in life and friendship and family. It's just such a masterpiece. It's so good. Okay, and the last book is Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. This is also a historical fiction book, a YA fiction book. It's so good. It's about these 4 refugees, 4 teenagers, that are trying to get away from this World War II in Germany. So they get into this refugee boat, which is called Wilhelm Gustloff. So all of these 4 refugees have their own story, but they come together in this story, and they find each other, and they form a friendship that is so beautiful. And so they get into this ship, but well, things start getting very intense, and I'm not going to tell you why, but just know that it's so beautiful, sad, emotional, and so much adventure goes into this book, and I don't know, it's just so good. So if you want to read something historical and something emotional, read this book. So guys, that is it for my recommendation video for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to leave a comment, leave a like, and subscribe. Bye!